You are listening to the Book Your Dream Clients podcast, bite-sized episodes from one coach to another to help you create and scale your business with simplicity. No hustle required. Welcome back to the podcast, coaches. It's your host, Lindsay Maloney here. And before we get started with this episode, I want to share something with you real quick. Have you been to my freebie vault lately? Because I have tons of free workbooks and masterclasses to help you get to the next level in your coaching business. And again, they are all free. All you have to do is go to lindsaymaloney.com, click on free stuff, and grab anything you'd like. Enjoy. Okay, coaches, I just did a ton of research on Instagram and I found something very shocking, and I'm going to share it with you today because I want you to book more clients and I think I know what's holding you back. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, are you ready to hear the shocking news that's holding your business back from getting clients? Because I know you're spending a ton of time on Instagram. You're posting every day, you're sharing things on your stories, you've even tried out Reels, and you're commenting and liking and doing all this stuff. Well, I pulled up, you should have seen my screen. I had at least 40 different tabs open of all sorts of coaching businesses. All kinds, life coaches, health coaches, relationship coaches, business coaches. I had them all. I dug. And I brought up all of these different coaches and I investigated what's their process like? How do you actually work with this person? Let's say I'm looking for somebody like you. And if I land on your Instagram profile because you piqued my interest, how is this going to look for me? This was research done out of love, okay? So here's my process, okay? And this is what I teach all of my students and clients. People land on your Instagram profile because they like to post or whatever, who cares? And then they click on your link on your profile. They're brought to your website. They like what you have. They download a freebie. Pretty soon they're digging around. They land on your one-on-one page. They apply to work with you. You review the application. You send them a calendar link. You go on the call. You book the client. That's it. Okay. Out of all the research that I did, I found some students in there and they were doing it right. And I was like, well, this is a student. That's why she's doing it right. But the people who weren't students, and of course, I don't teach everyone in the world. They're doing it so wrong. And I was like so frustrated. And I was telling my husband this and he's like, well, why don't you reach out to them? I said, no, because that's not the type of person. I'm not going to go and deliberately go out and tell you you're doing something wrong. And it might work for you to do what you're doing. But if you're not getting any clients or you feel like you're just lacking client work all of the time, it's probably because of this. Ready? Here it is. You have people click on your profile and number one, you don't even have a link, which blows my mind because you have a business, but you don't have a link on your profile. Why? The other thing, I saw that way too much. That just blows my mind. The other mistake that I saw was calendar links on the Instagram profiles. Don't do that. Don't give random people your time. There's a lot of weird people out there, right? And why are you giving them your time? Why are you giving people a 20-minute free call when you have no idea why they're getting on a call with you? That's weird. Don't do that. It's not going to pay off. That gives me anxiety to think about. Get your calendar link off of your Instagram profile. Don't do that. The other thing that I was seeing was going to the website and here's my calendar. And if you want to learn more about working with me, just book a call. No. I want to learn about working with you in my own time, because then I can make an educated decision as to whether I should give you thousands of dollars. I think that's fair, right? Why do we think that we're so special that the only way we can tell our secret pricing is if they get on a Zoom call with us? I think that's weird. I think that we should call me crazy. I think that we should have a sales page that is full of things that are showing people that you understand what they're going through right now. And then I want you to actually show them that you get them. How do you get them? Because you've lived it before. And then I want you to share your pricing. Don't let people guess how much you charge. That is so frustrating. When you let people play the guessing game, they're going to go on your call with a bunch of anxiety, wondering, does she charge $500? Does she charge $10,000? I have no idea. Did she tell the person this morning she was on a call with a different price than what she's telling me? No one has any way of knowing that. And there's way too many people doing this. And why do I think people are doing this? I think people are doing this because number one, they're scared to claim a price, to value themselves. And so they just decide, well, I'll let them know on the call. Don't do that. That's way too pressuring for you and way too pressuring for them. The other thing is they might have gotten some bad advice. And I guarantee you that there are coaches out there who recommend you let them know how much it costs to work with you on a call. And would you appreciate that? So if you don't think that would really vibe well with what you would like or feel connected to, then don't do it for other people. Sometimes we have to think about how we would want to be treated, and we forget that in business. And sometimes I have clients who say, well, I'm not going to offer payment plans to my clients. And I say, well, you're on a payment plan. And then they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. We need to be out here to be generous with people and to serve and to help them get to where they want to be. And you just throwing up a calendar or a random paragraph for people to read and then want to spend, 20 minutes, a half hour with you to make something happen is like kind of crazy. So the other reason why I think people are doing this is because they don't even know how to create that actual page to show people what they're worth. Wouldn't you feel better about investing in someone who has done the thought process and created something that you'll scroll through over and over again? I mean, I've printed out sales pages of people I've invested in because I'd felt so connected to their words. When I feel connected to their words, that's when I want to invest in them before I even get on the call. That's what happens to me with my clients. And that's what I want to happen to you. You can't feel connected to somebody through a Calendly link. You can't feel connected to somebody through a paragraph or a contact form. You can't feel connected to somebody because you went on their email list and they'll send you their pricing sheet via email and then they'll bug you on social media for your info. I'm just nodding my head no, because that doesn't work. And if you're doing that and it's working for you, well, that's great. But I really want you to take a step back and look at how you invest in yourself. And is your process, is it really working for you? Do you find that you're going on calls with a bunch of tire kickers and people who have no interest in investing in you? Or do you find that your calls are lasting around 10 minutes because people are like, yeah, get to the point. How can I pay you? How can we get started? We need to get started yesterday. I hear that all the time. That's what I want for you, because that's going to make you feel like you're making a difference in the world. That's going to make you feel like you're really, really helping people truly. And that's why we're here. So all of that research that I did, I think I found maybe 2 to 5% of the profiles that I looked at were doing it right. And most of them were from my students. And some of them were not. And you know what? I've hired people because they do that. The assistants that I have in my business, the reason why I hired them is because they followed that process. And because they had good teachers showing them what to do. And I want to get on a call with somebody with an intention of, okay, you charge $1,200, you charge $500, whatever it is. I need to know that before I even have a good discussion with them. It's like going to the store and having no price tags on anything and just saying, well, I trust that I'll be investing what this is worth. You always look at price tags before you buy it, right? So why don't you do that for your business? I don't know. I don't know. I even have my prices on my application. And that has made my conversion rate even higher because people already know. They already know what this is going to be. There's no guessing. Don't leave the guess. Don't have guesswork in your business. Don't have people have that sticker shock when they say, "Oh no, I haven't looked at your sales page yet because I just got your calendar link." And then you say, "Well, yeah, my VIP is $10,000," and they're like, "Oh my God." Don't do that. That's awkward. That's super awkward. Put your prices on your website. Make people apply to work with you. Have an awesome workflow that makes them feel like you've been doing this for years. And trust me, you will book more one-on-one clients. And if I do another Instagram audit, I hope I see that I made a difference because it really, truly makes me want to DM every single person and say, listen to this episode because it'll change your life. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Seriously, I'm here for you. And I love everyone for listening. And I hope that you go and change your process because, again, it will change everything. Before you go, I want to invite you to join my free Facebook group for coaches. Simply type dreamclientcommunity.com in your browser, request access, and we'll happily let you in. We have amazing coaches in there just like you who are starting and scaling their business, and we would love to see you there.